Welcome to Ghost of Yōtei. This might just be my favorite platinum of all time. I just got the platinum on Ghost of Tsushima about 2 weeks ago now, and this just takes the show. Let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, and while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button as I've got some incredible games lined up to platinum next. This game took me around 33 hours to obtain the platinum, but a guide suggests around 50 to 70 hours if you take your time. I did not do that. I'll leave the guide in the description below, but honestly, the way that I ended this platinum, it was way better than any guide could ever direct me. This game kicks off with one of the best start to a revenge story arc I have ever seen. To give a rundown, we see the main character here, Atsu, watch her mum, dad, and brother all get killed in front of her by the Yōtei 6 and their leader, Lord Silito. In before, he shoves her father's katana into her shoulder, staking her to a tree, and then setting the tree on fire. Yeah, we're barely a minute into the video. This game is gonna be good. In the next part of the prologue, we get a brief introduction to the Yōtei 6 and who they are. One thing I love about this game is that you could pretty much target any of them that you wanted, and the game wasn't set in a very linear way. The first one was mandatory though, and it was the snake. He was the first one on the hit list, and my god was this a good introduction to the combat. In Tsushima, the introduction to the combat was a samurai on a battlefield, but at this time we're straight in at the deep end with a boss fight, and I'll be honest, I got my ass beat, but I did manage to take him down thankfully. The snake. Cross the first name off your sash. That wasn't like I'm 18 minutes into recording and I've already had a boss fight that was epic. I can't wait until we can like parry and use other weapons and things. That's the prologue pretty much done and dusted now, and it's time for the infamous title screen. I mean, come on, just look at this game. They did an exceptional job at making this game look absolutely incredible at any angle. I think if you could open up the camera mode at any point in the game, it will just look good. Speaking of opening the camera, I believe, there you go. Memento, personalize the scene in photo mode. Easy trophy, just like the last game. Get it done right at the start of the game. Arriving back home where it all began, the game is giving us some flashback memories of when Atsu was a child and building that character development. This game is very similar to Tsushima in the sense that we need to eradicate the island that I live on of all evil while focusing on my main goal of taking out the Yōtei 6. Just a pre-warning, in this video it will contain a lot of spoilers for the story. I'm not going to go crazy in depth with the lore, but the main plot will definitely be covered. But the next trophy I get was playing my shamisen at a camp. Oh, by the way, if you like structure to obtaining trophies, then this video is not for you. I just played the game and took them out in a random order while just keeping my main objectives in line. For example, I went on this random ass side tail, and by the end of it, I got my first horse, and by naming a new friend, I have something to ride on for the rest of the video. With some exploring, I obtained the dual katana, and then Lord Silito catches wind that somebody is on the hunt for his head. Not to worry though, as I am already on his ass. Yeah, that's right, I'm right above his head, about to assassinate him. Didn't go as planned though, and now he knows exactly who I am, but like the honorable man that he is, he takes us outside so we can duel respectfully. I gotta give it to him. I was shocked playing this duel as I thought we were actually going to rid the enemy right off the rip, but no, he gets away as his fortress is under attack. Since I barely made it out of there alive, I guess there is no better time than now than to do some gambling. With that done, I figured I might as well start making my way to the next name on my sash, and for me, I wanted to go for the kitsune, basically because the armor set looked cool and I wanted it. On my way to them, I get a random ass trophy for disarming an enemy and killing them with their own weapon, and then to performing a cool ass standoff with a wolf. Come on. Oh, 2 as 1. Complete a successful standoff or assassination with a companion. Followed by another trophy using a sake jar to trigger a wolf kill. Upon arriving at this inn, this is where I meet Oyuki. She's gonna join us on our new adventures, and she's kind of the main ally in this game. I then finally get my hands on the kitsune. Honestly, fighting locations in this game are just amazing. But the fight didn't last long as I was getting my ass beat. But Oyuki comes in out of nowhere and saves us. At first this is kind of sus, but later on we find out during a flashback scene, but the kitsune on that night set us free and told us to run. This is where we find out that Oyuki was the original kitsune, but because she was disloyal to Lord Silito, he banished and replaced her. All of this leading up to an epic boss fight between me and Oyuki, but in the end, I ended up forgiving her for what she did. Then I get the trophy anyway for showing mercy to the innkeeper's daughter. Remember what I said about fighting locations in this game? Well, this one just takes the cake. It felt like something out of a Dark Souls game. This fight was awesome from start to finish, and it even led to a phase 2, which was even cooler as Oyuki came in and joined us on the fight. Have that. That was such a cool fight. This whole, like, boss arena is so sick. Feels like something out of Elden Ring. The kitsune. Send Saito spy masters back to the shadows. With the highs of that fight over, I did a relaxing side tale and shared a meal with this random woman. I figured now was finally time to climb Mount Yōtei. Considering it is the biggest point of interest on the game, I wanted to see what was up there. Oh my god, finally I'm at the top. That took ages. Inheritance. Acquire your parents' charms from the peak of Mount Yōtei. Oh, nice. But that's what's at the top. These next trophies were back to back, got me feeling like I'm in a Drake song. Then I decided to do a little side tale here and help this granddad confront his grandson and basically kill him. I'm not gonna lie, he just wanted to kill his grandson. Back on track with the main story, I meet this samurai and I was kind of scratching my brain as to why the game was putting so much emphasis on this random dude. But before I tell you why, I got a trophy for killing an enemy by setting grass on fire. Actually, you know what? I'll let past me tell you why this guy is important and my reaction to it. No way. Oh, brother. Literally. Well, that was a twist I was not expecting. Jesus Christ. Hey, tell you what, the story's good in this game, man. It's really good. Really good. Twin wolves reunite with a ghost from the past. Yeah, that was not on my bingo card. God damn. Yeah, so that samurai is Jubei, our brother. Yeah, you know, the one that we thought was dead in the beginning. And it makes sense why we are seeing him now as I am making my way to the Oni. The Oni was the individual who was responsible for putting a blade in our father. So it is only right that we tackle him together. We attempted to face the Oni right away on this burning bridge, but that didn't go too well for us. But thank God for good old plot armor for keeping us alive, because there's no way we should have survived that. Speaking of being alive, this guy was annoying me, so I made him not alive. Right. Hopefully I can kick him off this mountain. Boom! Sayonara! Shoulder, charge, or typhoon kick an enemy off a cliff to their death. This guy... Oh, he did fall. He's dead. Right, enough messing around now. It's time to go face the Oni and let him feel my blade go through him. The consistency of all of the bosses so far has been really strong, but I was not messing around and I wanted his head. So putting him onto his knees, Jubei and I sliced the big guy's head off. That's right, clean off. And I get my glorious trophy for that hard work. For this next trophy, truthfully, I wish I got it before the Oni fight because it would have been a real big bonus for me. But I got my last melee weapon of the game and got that ticked off. This was then shortly followed by getting my final ranged weapon. Oh, and just for some more context on the story as I'm going through it now, Jubei has a kid, so let that one sink in as it is going to play a big factor towards the end of the game. The next targets on my list were the dragon and the spider. These two were Lord Saito's two sons, so it made sense why we were going for them so late in the game. However, I will admit these two didn't interest me that much. They were great, don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel like they were that impactful. However, I did make my way to the spider and this felt like home. Not only because he was putting on a display of that night with the burning tree, but also I got the ghost stance from Ghost of Tsushima. It was a slaughter fest. I'm talking bodies on bodies. By letting him go, I get a trophy for reliving the night of the burning tree. And since I was coming to the closing fight bosses, I figured now was the best time to fully upgrade my sword. And like father, like daughter, my wolf's blade is fully upgraded. So the plan now was to draw in the dragon by using the spider as bait. However, we underestimated Lord Saito just a little bit and how bad he wanted his sons back. He unleashed his entire army on this castle and brought the dragon to kill my ass. To be honest, this fight lasted barely 2 seconds before Atsu started aura farming. So much so that the spider runs away and I'll have to go chasing him. Not before I get my trophy though for taking out Saito's firstborn. I ain't letting that dumbass get away from me though. But this fight had an unexpected turn. The spider talks about how he pretty much is disowned by his father and shares a level of hatred for him like we do. So instead of dropping bodies at every step that we take, I decided to let him live. But I still cross his name off my sash so he could go live out his own life. And with that trophy and tale completed, I'll let past me tell you what's going to happen next. So with that tale now done, the only thing left for me to do is start the final tales of the story. Now, if you've been on the channel before, you know I like to wrap things up and get that platinum trophy on the end credits. I like seeing the platinum pop as the credits roll. It makes, you know, it makes the ending a little bit more final. So my plan now is I'm going to go do the cleanup, and then we're going to go over here and finish off the game. The final hunt of the Onryo. Let's get it. So for the most part, I'm going to speed through a lot of the side content because, to be honest with you, most of it was just collectibles, but there are a few gems which I will go over. I collect 8 gifts at the gift shrine, which is probably the easiest trophy in the game, which shortly followed by one of my favorite trophies in the entire game. Watch my brain explode here. Have I just found Jin Sakai's helmet? Ancient samurai warning, countless battles passed down to a generation. One horse appears to be broken to a Mongol. I don't know why that just suddenly hit me like that, but what? Wait, hold on, let me change the outfit. Hold on, I can make this sick. That's kind of cool. Is this? Yeah, but is this Jin's blade? Oh, damn. From one ghost to another, acquire the blade of a legendary hero. I didn't even know that was a trophy. I was just really enjoying myself doing this random ass mission. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh. This is what we had in the first game. Let's use it. Oh yeah. Oh, more memorabilia. I guess I really am the Ghost of Yōtei now. With now officially being labelled as the Ghost of Yōtei, I tackle 30 altars of reflection. I help this random bomb maker hold off some Oni raiders. Then I help Sensei Takahashi defend his dojo as a thank you for teaching me the way of the Yari. And with those insane Yari skills, I go spearfishing for dinner. A quick draw trophy here right from the hip for acquiring all quickfire weapons. Then I defend another dude's dojo for another trophy. Yeah, these ones were a little bit repetitive, I can't lie, but we'll move on. I did a little side tale that led to a mini game, and I got back-to-back trophies here, which was pretty optimal. Damn, perfect score. Yo, I'm out here. Oh, a moment to breathe. Get a perfect score in Kyushinok. Sweet. Oh, charming. Upgrade 10 charms at least once. Not gonna complain at that. Double whammy. I'm gonna skip over this duel for this trophy because my god was it absolutely insane, and I want every single one of you guys to go into this fight completely blind and just enjoy it. Unrivaled. Defeat Takezo the Unrivaled on the peak of Mount Yōtei. That was an awesome battle. Awesome. I bet that on lethal difficulty is absolutely like damn near impossible. In a more relaxing note after that trophy, I help Hannah protect her farms from evil and add the kunais to my arsenal. I then have an insane standoff with these guys and then pistol whip the last guy for a trophy. The next trophy was for solving all of the Ninetales puzzle boxes. Then I finish up all of the paintings, which gave me good memories of Ghost of Tsushima. By this time, I was running around like a headless chicken. I cleaned up all of the fox dens, which again felt like the previous game. Then I rid all of Izo of the Yōtei 6 camps. There was only 22 of these across the map and took barely any time at all. I got lucky with some RNG here and had this guy spawn at a camp, which allowed me to get my final shamisen song. Then out of nowhere, I get my 30th piece of vanity gear. So I guess my wardrobe is looking hella fresh now. This next trophy felt really random as there were 5 hidden puzzles in the mountains, and by getting all 5 of them done, I got myself a trophy. I'm not gonna lie, for some of these stuff, I was following a guide, so that's how I was getting through the locations so quickly. Speaking of hidden locations, I bowed at 10 special locations across the land, and by speaking to it, I bagged myself another trophy. We had fox dens in the first game and this game, to be fair, but the wolf dens were unique to this, and obviously another trophy for ticking them all off. The next trophy here was probably one of the longest grinds in the entire game, and it was getting all of the collectibles. This such as bamboo strikes, hot springs, shrines, all of those sort of things. Again, follow the guide for these, I'll leave it in the description. Oh, body, mind, and spirit. Complete all bamboo strikes, shrines, climbs, and hot springs. Let's go. Wait, I'm in a double stack here. Here we go. For all occasions, acquire all armor. Could you get the last one? Well, my last one for going in all of the hot springs. I'm sure you keen-eyed viewers will know what my next trophy is. And that's right. I gotta go complete all of the bounties. But I'll let my reaction play out for this one. Let's go. Master Bounty Hunter. Complete all of the bounties. Only thing left to do now is go finish up the story. Can I even remember what happened? Oh, yeah. I think the brother got taken and... Oyuki got taken in a little kitsune wannabe thing. And then we've got to go fight Lord Saito and kill that bitch. Let's go. Here we go. You are approaching the end of Atsu's hunt. The rest of the Izo will be inaccessible until her story is complete. Are you ready? Well, we've done everything. Wait. The only thing left to do is finish the story. Okay, right, we are on track. I haven't missed anything. Let's go get this platinum trophy, baby. This so far is probably going to be my favorite platinum of all time. This game has been absolutely incredible. Start to finish. Like, in the first couple of hours, I thought Tsushima was better, but I literally platinumed that last week. So I think I had a recency bias on that, but as this game has gone on, got used to the combat, everything else, it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So with everything now being done, it's time to go save Jubi and Ayuki and kill Lord Saito once and for all. This final mission was non-stop fighting on my way to Jubi, and it was epic. I loved every second of it. I finally made it to Jubi to release him from what I assume he was going to get slaughtered, and then swiftly followed by saving Ayuki, and then we needed to get our asses out of there. Turns out Lord Saito wasn't even there to begin with. He had gone back to the place where it all began. That's right, our home. This was detrimental as Jubi's daughter was at home in hiding. Weirdly, upon arriving back home, Lord Saito gives his daughter back to him. I guess weirdly he's being kind of respectful as he knows deep down his fight is with us. Genuinely, I'm so glad they saved this fight because it is, in my opinion, the best in the game. The constant switch up between weapons felt really nice and dynamic, but Atsu was getting frustrated and wanted that katana battle. I finally break his stance after a few close calls, and he gives us a straight duel. But just watch what happens next because I was left speechless. Oh shit, he's got heals too. Alright, come on. Come to the middle. Let's fight like a man. Nope. Oh shit. No. Oh no. Oh, now we got something to fight for. Yeah! I got all of those. Come on. Yeah. Yeah! Come on! Yeah. Let's go! Yeah, pin him to the tree! Oh shit. She left her father's blade in him and took his. That's a rough sight, man. I knew one of them was gonna die, but I feel so invested into this. This was not the ending I wanted. That was a really cool shot. That was a really cool transition. And with that, we are now 6 months later into the story, and all that there is here is seeing a happy ending, just without Juby. This game has been absolutely amazing to play. It feels like an honor to even touch this game. So if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy my reaction to this absolute masterpiece of a game. It's been an absolute pleasure making this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next one. Not gonna lie, on lethal difficulty, that fight must be a monstrosity to go through. I'm so glad I'm not playing on difficulty like that. I know some people go, oh, you need to play games on the hardest difficulty. Screw that. That fight I had to lock in anyway. Like, I'm not gonna ruin my experience for difficulty, but goddamn, that was a really enjoyable fight regardless. What an absolute masterpiece of a game. I'm just gonna go out and say it now. This has been one of the most enjoyable platinums I've ever got. At no point, here we are, the Onryo rests, find a future beyond the hunt. And here we go, we're getting that platinum trophy. That's Ghost of Yōtei's platinum done. I think it took around 33, 34 hours, if that. Genuinely, game of the year for me. I don't care if it wins here or it doesn't, but that was absolutely an incredible game. My favorite platinum that I've ever done. And there was no point in the game where I felt like it was dragging or anything like that. It was just a masterpiece right from start to finish. Genuinely, you need to play this. Play Tsushima. There are a few little Easter eggs in there. And yeah, just enjoy the game. It's beautiful from start to finish. The combat is amazing. The story was really good. I really did enjoy the story. I'm not seeing many people talk about it online, but maybe that's because the game is still fresh and new. But yeah, the story was absolutely incredible. That ending was heartfelt, to say the least. I loved hunting down all 6 of these guys. Not all of them died. This game is an absolute 10 out of 10 for me. It's been incredible. And that's it. I got the platinum how I wanted to get it, with the credits rolling. That's how I like to play my games. I like to do all of the side content before finishing it off. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now to go to the title screen. Goodbye, Ghost of Yōtei. What an incredible game. Game of the year. Game of the year. Absolutely amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. Wow.